So here is my '89 Ranger that I love oh so much. Some of you guys may be already aware of some of the mods I've made, such as the adding an inverter and jumper points back here, so I can give, or I guess in my case more or less get, jump starts from either end of my truck. Anyone who's ridden with me probably notices that whenever I open the door to my truck, the radio cuts on. Oh gosh, how I hate working without sound. And more recently, I've been annoyed that whenever I leave a little knob right here on, or leave the light on for one mean or another, the battery goes dead pretty quick. So I replaced it with these LEDs. I can now leave the truck with this light on here, on for probably weeks almost, on end, without having to worry about my battery going dead. It uses about, somewhere in the order of 20 to 50 milliamps. So I figured, well, if I'm going to be adding these LEDs to things, why not also add it for the bed light back here? So I decided to add 3 LEDs, a white and 2 yellows, and while I'm at it, I figured I would just throw in an AVR microcontroller for good measure. It's on the back of the board here. They're so small, fit right inside of the dome light. And what you can see here is I have the programmer cable plugged up. So I have a laptop out here. It's all in C. So I can easily just change the default light from steady light, which is what this is. I'm going to change it to flashy lights. So right over here I have this little program. All I have to do is just say make. Reprograms the light to do whatever it is that I want it to do. In this case, it's just flashing. So this is more of a hazard system. So whenever I get stuck on the side of the road or pull over, you never know, maybe help somebody or get help myself, I can have these hazard lights which are visible from quite some distance. So in order for this to be practical, I actually have to do something that I can control it. I can't just hop out of my truck and plug up a programmer cable and reprogram the AVR to do what I need it to do at any given instant. So I'm going to switch this back to the mode it was in, where by default it's a steady light. As you can see, Chip is quite confused when I program it. So this is the steady light. All I have to do from the inside of the cabin is touch this contact right here, and now the lights are flashing. So I can easily from the inside switch the mode of this AVR. I don't have to worry about forgetting this in this mode because I can also set the default mode. By closing the door, it cuts it off, and oh, well, turns out I don't want to have the programmer connected. Let's unplug that now. I can close the door, pop it back open, and it'll reset to the normal settings. So I think LEDs and AVRs and my truck have been a pretty good mix so far. I'm curious what other crazy projects I can get into with adding processors to random parts of my truck in the future.